Good evening from London. Iran launched a surprise ballistic missile attack on US forces in the Middle East last night, just hours after President Trump described negotiations as very friendly. US Central Command said it successfully intercepted the missiles fired by Iran's Revolutionary Guards at American forces, but the attack dealt a fresh blow to hopes of a diplomatic resolution. The assault came on the 5-month anniversary of the war, as Trump hosted Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu at the White House for their first meeting since the conflict began in February. Markets reacted sharply, with oil rising on the news. Apple has briefly touched a $5 trillion market capitalization for the first time, becoming the world's most valuable publicly traded company, surpassing Nvidia. Shares hit $342.89 on Tuesday, before closing just below the threshold. Apple had gained 25% this year as investors shift away from AI capital expenditure plays toward companies with leaner spending models. Thursday's earnings call will be Tim Cook's last as CEO, with John Turner set to take over on September 1st. Apple also announced a new iPhone leasing program starting at $17.99 a month, developed in partnership with Klarna. BMW is offering voluntary severance packages to thousands of German workers as it looks to cut around 8,000 jobs globally by the end of 2027, around 5% of its total workforce. The cuts target research, development, planning and corporate functions, with factory workers excluded. BMW joins Volkswagen and other German automakers slashing costs in response to slumping sales in China, US tariffs and rising European production costs as competition from Chinese brands intensifies. And wildfires tearing through southern France and Spain are dealing what one industry leader has called an economic thunderbolt to the region. In the Bordeaux area alone, one tour operator says bookings are down 40%, with a region that depends on wine, forestry and tourism seeing all three pillars hit simultaneously. Economists warn the rebuilding costs and long-term damage to the wine harvest and forestry sector could run into billions of euros, with the summer tourist season effectively lost. Those are the main stories from London this Wednesday evening. I'm Juliana Olainka.